Chapter 56. Going to the Songjia clan again. Above the flying boat, Gu Hai described in detail what had happened to Grandmaster Liu Nian, and listening to him, Grandmaster Liu Nian frowned deeply. Ka. Steeply, a crunching sound came from the 3,000 stone statues at the flying boat. The duo turned their heads to look. However, they saw one of the stone statues, which was trembling in general, amongst the grey stone statues slowly recovering. Shangguan trace. Gu Hai raised an eyebrow. A black aura emerged from the stone statue and steeply trembled. Who are you? Taking a long breath, Shangguan trace recovered. Shangguan trace, you're fine, Gu Hai said unexpectedly. My lord, I'm fine. Where are we? Shangguan trace nodded. We've left the King sect. This is Master Lionian. Gu Hai pointed to the side and pointed at Grandmaster Liu Nian. Greetings, Master Liu Nian. Master Liu Nian, however, stared at Shangguan trace with a deep frown. How did you break this curse? Why can you break it? Shangguan trace frowned and did not explain. On the side, Gu Hai, however, asked, Shangguan trace, do you have a way to help others break the curse? Shangguan trace shook his head and smiled bitterly. My lord, I'm a special reason, other people. I can't do it with my strength today. All right, it's best if you can recover. Next, you are responsible for guarding them. Don't have any accidents, Gu Hai solemnly said. Yes, Shangguan trace answered. Master Liu Nian was filled with curiosity, but Gu Hai didn't pursue Shangguan trace for the reason, so he could only be helpless for a while. Who are you? The speed of the flying boat was very fast, arriving at the ancient mansion in an hour. Around the ancient mansion, there were a large number of cultivators fighting at the moment. You bunch of losers, what are you doing blocking us? That 100 longevity peach is right there. You guys don't want it. Don't stop me. Scram, if you snatch and eat the 100 longevity peach, what about my spirit stone? I've borrowed a top grade spirit stone. If you eat it, what the hell do I need it for? I'll give you 2 top grade spirit stones. Get lost. Don't even think about it. You want to eat the 100 longevity peach with 2 top grade spirit stones. You're dreaming. The bottom was in chaos. They fought on their own. Master Liu Nian frowned. It should be that the person who borrowed my spirit stone and the person who didn't had a conflict, a dispute of interests. It's always like that, Gu Hai said indifferently. Boom. Gu Hai steeply descended from the sky and landed at the 100 longevity peach. Who? Gu Hai, the crowd of cultivators, revealed a look of surprise. However, they saw Gu Hai probe his hand to cover the box of the 100 longevity peach and turn over his hand to put it away. Gu Hai, what are you doing? Many cultivators angrily rebuked. Everyone, thanks for borrowing my spirit stones. Take your IOS. Someone will come out soon and return your spirit stones, Gu Hai shouted. It can be returned. Many cultivators' eyes lit up. Rumble. Steeply, a huge flying boat in the sky slowly landed within the ancient mansion's cloud formation. That flying boat. The One Piece Hall flying boat. Luckily, it didn't mess around. The One Piece Hall people have entered the ancient mansion. Many people were in a fit of celebration. It wasn't long before a group of old shopkeepers from the ancient mansion once again set up their platforms and began to give spirit stones to a group of cultivators as if they were counting. You borrowed 1 top grade spirit stone. Here are 2. Collect them with interest. Please draw a pledge. The old shopkeeper handed out 2 top grade spirit stones. Good, good. Really 2. Ha 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 ha. Outside the ancient mansion, there was laughter. Those who didn't borrow money, looking at others making money, one by one, jealousy appeared in their eyes. Those who borrowed money showed regret. They should have known to borrow more. It's only been a few days. Double. Each one looked at the ancient mansion, as if expecting Gu Hai to borrow again. In the middle of the ancient mansion, Gu Hai stood on the punching tower, overlooking the 4 directions of the ancient mansion servants quickly pointing and burying Spirit stones. Master, it's done. Master, my side is also better. Master, I'm also done. The voices of a group of ancient mansion servants came from all directions. Rise. Gu Hai probed his hand and pinched the spirit stone chessboard on the side with a loud shout. Boom. The four directions steeply rolled up a rolling fog. Guqin, feel it. Gu Hai looked towards Guqin. Guqin was currently grasping a spirit stone-shaped go piece. Righteous Father, is this the 28th heaven and earth vertical formation? I feel like there is such a huge power that can be mobilized by me. Guqin said with wide eyes. It's good that you can control it. Master Liu Nian, and I will be leaving soon. You guard the mansion. If there's anything, you can ask Shangwen Scar, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes, Guqin answered. Shangwen Trace, during my absence, this group of stone statues, you take more care. Gu Hai looked at Shangwen Trace and solemnly said. Yes, my lord, Shangwen Trace answered. After explaining everything, he looked up at the sky. The flying boat was floating in the air. Gu Hai stamped his foot. Boom. Instantly, Gu Hai jumped onto the flying boat. Master Liu Nian was mesmerized as he looked at the cloud formation in front of him. Servant Master Gu, what a powerful formation, Master Lion exclaimed. Grandmaster, we'd better get going. Rescue the Hall Master as soon as possible. Finally, King, and free this group of my subordinates, Gu Hai solemnly said. Grandmaster Liu Nian nodded. With a wave of his probing hand, boom. The flying boat flew quickly in the direction of the Song Armor sect. 2 hours later, the flying boat had arrived outside the Song Armor sect. This is the Song Armor sect. Gu Hai raised an eyebrow. However, the Song Armor sect in front of him was no longer the same as the Song Armor sect he saw more than half a month ago. The surroundings were no longer clumps of mountains. Instead, it was an oceanic swamp in general. One by one, the valleys were currently shrouded by countless large waters. This is, Fu Blood excavated several large rivers, drawing the water in. Gu Hai was surprised. It's not a big river. It's the sea. This place is low-lying and not far from the sea. Fu Blood excavated a river to draw seawater into the four directions. Master Liu Nian frowned. Seawater. Why? Gu Hai was puzzled. It is a Jiao dragon. A Jiao dragon is strong when it encounters water. Last time your formation was difficult for him. But this time the same formation won't work. As long as there is water, he can make waves. He lured the seawater here. That's the purpose. This oceanic seawater. That's his power. His weapon. When the dragon's tail is thrown out, 10,000 waves attack. How long can your formation hold out? Master Liu Nian frowned. Grandmaster, can you still capture it? Gu Hai looked towards Grandmaster Liu Nian. I don't know. If it wasn't for this oceanic seawater, I could capture it. But now, I don't know how much his power can increase. Flowing Year's master frowned. Huh, looks like Song Shengping and Li King haven't returned yet. Gu Hai steeply narrowed his eyes. Master Liu Nian followed Gu Hai's gaze, but it was the golden armor crystal formation of the Song Armor sect that was surrounded by the great water. And at the entrance, there was a large valley that was closed to prevent the great water from pouring in. And in the middle of the valley, there were nearly 20,000 people bound at the moment. And they were in the midst of wailing in terror at the moment. Dozion, spare us, spare us. Devils, devils, you cannibalistic devils. Help, help. The people cried out in horror. Cover, because on the other side, there were about 20 demolished people, drinking wine and devouring hearts and livers. Ha 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 ha, who cursed me just now? Just you. I'm going to eat you, ha ha ha. A demonized man was a little drunk, pointing at a people who cursed him and laughed. That people's face changed wildly, as if they were scared silly. Boom. Steeply, a group of snakeheads stretched out and tore open that person's chest, opening their mouths and devouring that person's heart and liver. Ah! The man let out a miserable cry. Don't! The surrounding people cried out in terror. The demonized people easily devoured the people's hearts and livers without any sense of urgency at all. Apparently, Song Shengping had not returned yet. A swarm of demons, eating people, HMPH. Master Lionian's eyes glared. Master, calm down. Gu Hai immediately stopped in front of Master Liu Nian. HMM. Grandmaster Liu Nian frowned at Gu Hai. These 20 demonized people. I can take care of them. Grandmaster, condense some mist beside them. Make them think that I'm here again with 3,000 subordinates. Don't reveal your identity. And law for blood out first, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Master Liu Nian nodded. I'll give you a ride. As Gu Hai nodded, a light force enveloped Gu Hai and sent him to the distant valley. Master Liu Nian himself flipped his hand and put away the flying boat, steeply condensing a large fog that wrapped around a small hill on the seawater. Who cursed me just now? Was it you? The demonized man laughed drunkenly. It wasn't me. I didn't. The bound man said in horror. It's just you. Clack, 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 clack. Their head full of snake heads steeply lengthened, and together they tore towards the man. Ah, help. The man screamed in terror. No one can save you. Ha ha ha. Just as the man was laughing, Gu Hai descended from the sky and blasted his head with a punch. Boom. The demonized man's head exploded with a loud bang, blood splattering everywhere. It was a miserable sight to behold. What? Everyone in the surroundings' faces changed. Bear Yin. Gu Hai instantly unsheathed the long sword at the waist of this demonized man and coldly looked at the remaining 19 demonized men. Gu Hai. Steeply one of the demonized people's eyes glared. Bear Yin. Gu Hai's long sword steeply chopped at yet another drunken demonized person. As soon as the sword came out, a huge sword chi shot straight out, instantly cutting through the demonized person's head. Only then did the crowd of demonized people react. Ancient Seas here. Ancient Seas here. Quickly inform the Patriarch. Ancient Seas here. Those 3,000 evil people are here too. No, don't kill me. Of the 18 demonized people, a large half of them turned around and ran towards the clan, while the remaining 5 or 6 killed them. But at this moment, Gu Hai was already in the 8th level of the innate realm, and under the external cultivation, the power that erupted out was even more powerful than that of the Jindan realm. Even if he didn't use the bone sword, he was no match for the crowd of demonized people. Boom! In one collision, even the man with the sword, together were chopped up by Gu Hai, and the remaining crowd of demonized people could only flee in fear. Help! Gu Hai! Help! Amidst the cries of the people bound all around. These 20,000 people bound were not all people. There were also some cultivators. There were so many cultivators who came to the 5 islands to try their luck that there were cultivators in many towns. The hearts and livers of the cultivators were even more delicious. How could the demonized people let them go? Naturally, they captured all that they could.